Mackenzie Phillips talks about her father and her lifelong battle with drug addiction in her memoir, High on Arrival. And Mackenzie Phillips is here to talk to us this morning as well. Good morning.
Good morning.
When I met you a few seconds ago, you said, what a week it has been. Why? What did you expect after you came out with this revelation?
You know, I expected it to be explosive, but I certainly never expected... I mean, I was hoping to help incest survivors and help myself find some redemption and some freedom, but I never expected this huge national dialogue. I never expected the Rape and Incest Network to have an 82% rise in hits on their website, a 26% rise in calls to their hotline. I've received thousands of emails from survivors. And you know, I feel like, I mean, I don't have any regrets, but at the same time, being hit with this family reaction has been, it's been devastating. And don't get me wrong, I understand that my family doesn't want this played out nationally, but the people who are saying that I'm lying have actually known about it for such a long time that to see them try and discredit me in a public way to either protect the brand of the Mamas and the Papas or to protect the memory of a man who is no longer, who is dead. And you know, I mean, I loved my father. You know, I absolutely loved my father, but he wasn't a good man. You know, he was deeply flawed, and it also is, you know, there's so many addicts that are survivors of incest, and they're just afraid to speak. And maybe now they can have a voice. We can have a voice.
One of the people who is discrediting you, as you put it, is your sister Bijou. She says you told her about this when she was 13, but then you told her it's not true. It
I can
didn't
speak
happen.
to that.
Go ahead.
Bijou and I have been very, very close since the day she was born. And when she was 13 years old, I told her about what had happened, and Bijou's an extremely emotional girl. At 29, she's extremely emotional, but at 13, it was off the hook.
So
and
why
she
did you
got
want to tell her at 13?
Because she asked me. She said, my mother told me that this happened, Genevieve. And I said, yes, it did, Bee. And this is something that you need to know because I'm not going to lie to you. She went, I would say, hysterical. And so I backtracked. Look, I backtracked. I said, I'm sorry. To protect her. I said, no, because I could see that this was going somewhere that, you know, and I said, I'm sorry, it's not true. Okay. It's not true. And yeah, I did do that. And I did that to protect her.
Why not come out with this while your father was alive, when he had a chance to defend himself?
I was not in any, I wasn't ready to talk about this. My son was a teenager when my father was still alive. My son is now a 22-year-old man, young man, who is more able to handle something like this. I wasn't thinking about my father. I was thinking about my family, my son, you know, and when he would be prepared. And I didn't plan on writing a memoir that included incest, but when I sat down to write this book, I thought, am I going to put out another sanitized version of my life? Why go there? Why go through writing a memoir about addiction if you can't actually address one of the reasons why the addiction was there in the first place?
Can you
why this life fell apart?
Why a skeptic would question something that came from the mouth of a longtime drug addict?
You know, I think that longtime drug addicts actually, if you get a drug addict clean, you will have one of the hardest working, most honest, best friends who are so capable and intelligent, and I think that is a big misconception. Because once you're clean and you're living the life that you were meant to live in the first place, and why would I put myself in this position? Why would I put myself in this position? I have turned out somehow...
You're trying to, some might say you're trying to sell a book, you look like a victim.
Well, you know, they can say whatever they want. I think my truth stands on its own. And what you didn't show in Owen Elliott's quote is that she said she speaks the truth.
She believes you.
Well, and Denny Doherty's daughter, she was told by her father in 1991, and he said, if Mac ever decides to come out with this, I will support her. And she said that my dad isn't here to do it, and I know the truth, so I'll do it.
Are you 100% clean now, off drugs?
Absolutely.
For how long?
A year. A little over a year, actually.
All right.
I was arrested August 28th of 2008, and I have been clean since I got to rehab the following day.
Mackenzie Phillips, thank you very much.
Thank you for your time.
I appreciate it.